Good afternoon, this is Kuro and the dinosaurs in the background. Got a ranked game for you in my black. Going over the matchmaking, looking at an Iowa, double Kronstadt, Fletcher, Jutland, and a Z46 rounding out the enemy team. Um, my team, eh, my team we're looking at a Musashi, so we've got an overmatched threat, Neptune, Donskoy, myself, Yagumo, and Chungmu. Chungmu is radar. Neptune, I have no idea what that guy is. I didn't really get to see if he was smoke or radar in the game. The purpose of this game is, number one, it's about keeping the faith. This game gets down to the wire under 2 minutes. You know, it's me versus two enemy ships, and I'm gonna walk you through how to approach something like that. The second thing is, preserving your hit points. I could not have done what I did to win this game if I had, gotten sloppy in the early, mid, and late game, giving up HP. So you're gonna see me play, pretty safe initially, and this game's just gonna get more and more frustrating as it goes on, and just doing what I can. That's the biggest thing that I can keep telling guys is do what you can, do what you can. Throwing some random torpedoes out here. These torpedoes are aimed more at if there's a DD up here, I expect them to kind of turn away, and by the time I pop radar, this guy would potentially hit these torpedoes, or if the Iowa or Kronstadt goes to bow in, they've got a chance at hitting those torpedoes as well. And don't do this. This cap is so dangerous to come in here, and especially from the northern side, this island is a death trap. And you can see he gets spotted. He gets, it can't be radar from the Kronstadt. Maybe it's radar from the other Kronstadt. Okay. The other Kronstadt just radared, so it must have been the first Kronstadt radared him. He's already down half HP. DD's up. Always shoot the DDs. I'm popping my first radar here. Let's beat up on this Fletcher. This guy, he's just staying angled at us. I think I got the dispersion bug. You're gonna see me unlock and lock back on him. Thought I did. Maybe I missed it. Or hell, maybe the replay doesn't track it. But you notice that guy got just obliterated. He's really hurting right now. And I'm just kiting out. I don't want to use one of my smokes yet. I feel relatively safe from the guy shooting at me. The Chungmu, I think that was a quick radar pop on his behalf. That's a bad move. Chungmu, you should have. I would have saved that radar just because he was already disengaging, and I mean we got one shot off, and that was it. Now we've got a Kronstadt that's pushing hard through here. Now, I just said earlier about what can you do and what can you not do. Black is very weak against cruisers and battleships trying to torp them at range. We don't have any battleship help or anything like that. Oh my god, I just noticed where my Musashi is. Ugh. But, there's no purpose that I serve to stay out there and try to work on that guy. I can throw some torps in that direction, but my efforts are better left, working on something else. So Chungmu eats a torp. but spots the Fletcher, and I'm just on him. Kills are king in this game mode. Just trying to help him out. Now I'm, trying to sit behind these islands, and that hurt. That really hurt. But basically, I'm just trying to get safe here. I know the Z46 was last spotted here, and slide over here, Mr. YOLO. You know, it's things like that that get you killed as a destroyer player. I was watching my RPF. I knew somebody was sitting right there waiting to ambush whoever was pushing in there. So I push up, smoke, pop radar, and I know I'm gonna be radared here shortly by the Kronstadt. And you can see I was already reversing, moving back into island cover. And I thought this Jutland was moving forward with that last shot. Unfortunately, that whiffs. But you look at my Yagumo, he's still running south. We're radared and everything, and how that guy is alive right now, I don't know. Well, I know how he's alive. That Musashi just nuked that Kronstadt. Now I'm throwing out random Make-A-Wish torpedoes, either aimed at either the Jutland or the Kronstadt. But at the end of the day, I just want to bugger out of this smoke. There's likely torpedoes on the way, and I'd much rather play torpedo safe. At this point, we're almost 7 minutes into the game. I have not taken a point of damage. I see the Jutland smoke up to shoot at the Neptune, and that's telling me that I've got a chance here to cap this point. Concealment advantage would be really nice. So I'm just gonna sit here, let this thing tick, and just keep spotting what I can spot, and doing what I can for my team. My Musashi got torped, flooded out, and so far we're maintaining a ship advantage. Now, really what this is going to come down to is, my team is more aggressively going after these little capture points than the enemy team. I'm radared. I just go ahead open up on the Jutland. No sense in not. And I'm still hanging in the capture point. I still want to try to get this. The Kronstadt's coming. I know I'm going to have to disengage here shortly. I've got the point. I'm just going to go dark. And I'm already kiting away. If you notice when I was doing that, I was basically angled kiting away. And playing pretty much as safe as I could. Take a shot there. Thankfully, my modules eat most of that damage. Radar's down, so I'm just gonna chill, keep this guy spotted. Now, potentially a move that I could have made was laying a smoke for this Donskoy, but if I had laid a smoke for this Donskoy, I would quickly lose vision on this Kronstadt. And really what needs to happen is this Donskoy just needs to play chill, just sit around the island, just be radar bitch for right now. We don't need to do any sort of crazy maneuvers, because the Yagumo's been YOLOing into capture points, and because I've picked up, 1 or 2 at this point, we're up 550 points. Also, some of that is to the extra ship kill that we're up. And right here, I'm looking at the Iowa. He looks like he's finally pushing in now that there's no battleship competition. He's probably looking like, oh hey, I'm just gonna nuke a Donskoy. And, you know, I'm setting up in a position where I can try to do something about that. Torpedoes are going to be up in just a couple seconds. Now, watching the minimap, already I know that I have the Jutland within radar range. So, I just wait a few seconds. I'm going to pop smoke, pop my radar, and boom, got a Jutland in front of me. Now this Jutland, honestly, I think that this guy could have played a little more aggressive, particularly trying to go after that Yagumo. That Yagumo living as long as he did, he had no right to. And, you know, I really didn't do shit to that Jutland at that point, other than, you know, push him backwards. My torpedoes, last I saw, they look good on the Iowa. Kronstadt's pushing in. Things are looking ugly for our Donskoy, and then my torpedoes arrive. Dev strike number 1. I'm trying to get this Donskoy just to kite the hell out. You know, he's gonna struggle against Kronstadt, and at this point I've barely lost any HP. I've kind of resolved myself to the fact that I'm probably gonna need to just YOLO torp this Kronstadt, and I'm just looking for an opportunity. I mean, we're down 3v2. Come to think of it, how does my Yagumo die? I don't understand. He's over there. They were all shooting this way. I don't understand. Oh, he's coming back. But at this point, I'm looking to get any sort of damage on this Kronstadt. I know that his gun arcs are super flat, so I'm using this low piece of island, pretty much just like a Des Moines would. And I was shooting AP because he was a broadside target. AP gives me better DPM unless I get fires. Now that he's angled, just gonna keep slamming HE into him. And I was content with, you know, gunning this guy down. I get detected by the Jutland, and that's telling me that I'm probably going to have a fight. So I'm moving in a position where this Jutland can't really shoot me. And I go ahead, I pop radar when I see that this guy's within my radar range. And just trying to get some damage on this guy. Any sort of damage is critical right now. He's turning out. That's giving me, you know, some good opportunities to get a couple decent shots in on him. And you'll notice my positioning, I've zoned out the Kronstadt, so he can't shoot me. And that's absolutely critical. When you're picking these fights, I do this, you know, a couple times throughout the game. You know, don't let multiple enemy ships shoot you if you don't have to. Donskoy is radaring the Jutland, so even though it's a long shot, I'm letting it fly. I'm shooting. Now this Kronstadt looks like he's pushing in. I don't think that he would be dumb enough to push in and try to YOLO both of us, because we both have torpedoes. Now this is critical. Donskoy eats a torp there, and that really hurt. But even worse, he's decided he's going to YOLO the Kronstadt, who baited him. He basically did the right move. He pushed in, he turned right the hell out, and you have no hope of torping that guy. you've got very little chance at doing anything. Now I'm pushing up here. I want to try to support him, but at this point he's kind of killed himself because he almost assuredly, you know, flooded. So even if the Donskoy uses HE, he's dead. And at this point I'm left with a really healthy Kronstadt and a fairly healthy Jutland against the enemy team. And my team, you know, how did we lose this, for fuck's sakes? And, you know, it comes right down to people throwing their ships away, people doing dumb shit. And, you know, this is one of those things that, you know, you gotta decide. Now the good news is, number one, I'm in the capture point, so I'm not at risk of being capped out. I'm throwing some Make-A-Wish torpedoes out there. I expected this Kronstadt just to come around this island and push into me. He didn't. So what I'm looking to do is see if I can, you know, eke out this this capture point. I would really like to get the points, because again, you know, we're still up 470 to 350, and every little point counts. I see the Kronstadt. He's got his guns on target. He's turned flat. I thought that, you know, he might be getting ready to radar, and when it appears he doesn't, I'm just gonna go on ahead and try to duck into this cap. But when I see the Kronstadt pushing up and I spot the Jutland right in here, I go on ahead and just back off that. I don't want them to know exactly where I'm at, but now I'm gonna get cheeky. I don't have any radar left. I do have smoke. I do have torps coming back online. Kronstadt just popped a spotter plane. That's a really good move for him. I think the Jutland just torped the concealment cap there. I get spotted by the spotter plane, so at this point I've pushed into this island, and this is kind of a, you know, a last ditch situation. And I mean, if you look, we had a repair capture point. I'm already back at full HP, so I basically just barely poked out here and just shooting at this Jutland, and I'm looking to see if the Kronstadt's gonna poke. I keep reversing right around the island, so this so it's only me versus this Jutland. And, you know, just, you know, because there was only one ship able to shoot at me, I didn't take a lot of damage there. And that's going to open up an opportunity here. Now we're up 500 to 300. I know the Kronstadt has to push me. There's a minute 56 left in the game, and I'm watching my RPF. I think that the Kronstadt might be out of radar. He can't use the spotter plane because I just shot it down. And I know he's his options are narrow. I know he's gonna most likely have to push me to the front. I see RPF shift, and I'm just gonna throw a Make-A-Wish set of torps out here. And right here I'm debating, do I just play Ring Around the Rosie? And when I see the RPF shift there, he's coming hard, and you know, I'm gonna wait right here. I get proxied and I see that he's nose in. I'm just gonna go torp this guy. I'm gonna tank the hit, get my torpedoes lined up, and put it right in his side. And that's the game. Stay in the fight, guys.